Hello, welcome. Okay, we don't have much time left, and we've got a game to finish for this game jam. Game like Jam 10, making a Minecraft like. We are going to be doing the last stream for this jam before I submit the game, and there's still a lot to do. I've been spending the past couple of days doing my best to hammer this thing into the shape of a game, and mixed success. If I had another week, I could get in most of the content that I want, but I don't have another week, so I don't get to do that. Still need to do a lot of things like adding the menu, adding basic sounds, deciding on like graphics, what to like. I haven't fixed the campfire yet, and I haven't done any of the things that I put as my goals. We're going to do that right now. Well, not right now, but in just a minute. We're going to learn basic rigging. When I say rigging, that's actually incorrect. We're not going to do rigging, which is like putting skeletons into a model so that you can animate the model by animating the skeleton. We're just going to do basic animation. We're going to implement the shape via Godot. We're going to make a hand for our character, and we are going to make it punch whenever we left click. That's it. That's going to satisfy this. That's going to satisfy this. We're going to put whatever is in our selected toolbar into our hand, and that's going to satisfy this. This was a maybe, so we don't have to do that. And then we have successfully met our goals, and this is a successful game jam. It doesn't matter if our game doesn't work at this point. It doesn't matter if we don't even submit it. Like, this is a successful game jam. That's all I care about. We're getting that hand implemented, and we're moving on. I did spend like a day and a half experimenting with the performance and trying to optimize like how the rendering works, how shapes work, how the meshes work. That's what it is. I tried to optimize the meshes because I tested it on my test device and the performance was bad. The performance was real bad. Even with the optimized shadows and even with like I did a few optimizations to try and help, and no, it was bad. And I dove down the rabbit hole of messing around with meshes to try and make them a little more performant. I did several things. One of them worked. The others did not. So I'll tell you what did not work. I tried turning these mesh instances into multi-mesh instances. It worked. It was about 10% faster. It was surprisingly not better. I thought that would help tremendously because the whole point, the use case for those is you have one object and you need to replicate it in many places. We have one block and we need to put it on a lot of different places. Like, yeah, okay, that should be great. Didn't help. I don't know why. I could have been using them wrong, but I don't know. I tried using the surface tool, and I am using the surface tool. I believe Minecraft only renders block faces that are touching the air for performance. That does not matter in this case. That I looked down that rabbit hole. Does not matter. I don't think that's actually the problem. I think the problem. Not sure if that helps at all. I'm back. Sorry if I missed the welcome. All good. Yeah, we just got started. I believe the problem, and I don't actually know. But I believe the problem is that we just have too many things on the node graph / too many objects for Godot to track. And that's my theory. It's not a great theory because like multi-meshes should have solved that, and they didn't. And I don't know. The surface tool, I tried using that to like simplify the surfaces that I'm drawing, and that didn't. They gave me like a 20% boost, which is not enough at all. I did keep that logic for Bedrock, so using the surface tool kind of broke my collision code, which is it's easy to fix, but it takes time, and I don't have time. So I did it for Bedrock. You can't click on Bedrock anymore, but whatever. The game is 5% faster. Deal with it. The issue I told you on day 8. So I tried using array meshes, and that worked. that worked amazingly. The performance jumped up like 3,000%. And oh boy, I wish I had started that from the beginning, because damn, that's like we can put 2,000 more chunks into our game and get the performance we have right now. Yeah. The problem with doing that is implementing array meshes from scratch, handling all that code from scratch, completely invalidates all of the stuff that we did, and we would have to spend a week rewriting it. And hey, you know what? The game jam, we have 2 days left, so I don't have time. And that's just how it is. Next time, this is what I recommend. Write your code to generate an array mesh, handle it manually. Don't use any of Godot's. Don't use the surface tool. Don't use anything else. There's a code that I didn't even get a chance to write for the array mesh that's supposed to hide all of the faces that you're not looking at. I didn't even get to write that because when I tested it, I was like, I have 3,000 frames per second. I don't even need this code. This is amazing. But it broke my collision, or didn't break my collisions. It broke my selection algorithm. And yeah, that's definitely the way though. Next time, fake it till you make it. Well, anyway, so this is what we have to work with now. Most of the chunks have been removed because we just don't have the performance to take care of it. I put big holes in the world. Well, that's okay. We'll submit it, and this is a successful game jam because I said it was. Because we will do the thing that I'm about to. We're about to do the thing. We're going to implement a shape. It's just gonna be a box. It's not going to be anything fancy. We're going to shape it into the shape of a fist. No. An arm where there's going to be no hand. There's going to be no digits. There's going to be none of that. It's just going to be an arm. And then we're going to animate it. And I did not spend that much time researching it. But I did. There is this tab right here. The animation tab at the bottom. Never clicked on this tab. I've probably clicked on it before. I've never read this tab before. And we're just gonna learn it live. And theoretically, it's not that hard. Theoretically, it's just keyframes and positioning, and there's probably a trick to it. Okay. Step 1. We need a hand. Let's make a scene. This is going to be a 3D scene because is this gonna be a static object? Is this gonna be a 3D mesh? Mesh instance 3D? Does this need to have a static object behind it? Let's find out. We're going to call this the hand, except I'm not going to say in all caps. Hand. Player hand. Player hand. There we go. It took a few tries. We're going to go to the 3D tab. We're going to add ourselves the mesh instance 3D. We're going to add a, what is this complaint about? It needs a shape. Yeah, we're going to give it a box shape. I did try a few other things before I continue. I did try a few other things to optimize that were just stupid. I tried converting these into array meshes, like with a converting algorithm. Made the performance worse. Using array mesh from scratch, great. Converting things to an array mesh, not so great. I tried merging boxes, and that didn't help that much. I think that's it, actually. I think I only tried those 2 other things. Merging boxes was more headache than it's worth. The hand has a nice ring to it. But we have to think about our future selves. We actually don't, because this game is not optimized. I don't plan on working on it after the game jam. If it was optimized, I absolutely would, but let's give ourselves a standard. Do we need to give ourselves a standard? We do. Not yet. Not yet. We need to make this a shape, though. So I think we can just make this like 0.2, 0.2. I'm going to make this half. And then I have no idea. How do we put it on? We got to stick it on the camera. Can I just make this the Change type. No. Reparent. Reparent. Sorry, not reparent. Make scene root. There we go. All right, get this out of here. I don't need it anymore. I don't even know. I don't know what you were doing. You're the player hand. But, okay. Maybe this needs to be smaller. There's no camera view because there's no camera. Let's try going to the player scene. And let's try attaching this hand to the camera. Player hand. There it is. That took way too long. Okay. Can we... Is there a button to perspective? Oh, can I right-click on the camera and be like... Oh, there we go. Camera preview. Perfect. All right. Now we need to put the cube... Oh, I didn't save the camera. Whoops. Please hold while I save it. Wow, I have too many things open. Do not worry about that. Let's close everything. Let's just reopen the player. And the player hand. Okay. So we've got this tiny, tiny hand. Let's open up our camera. Now we need to put this in a place to make the hand. Can I pin this somewhere? Is there a way to do that? Preview. That's not helpful. Whatever. All right. We can see where the frame would be. So we'll just do this the dumb way for a little bit. Okay, we have the hand. Right there. Oh, no. Okay. Did I just adjust its shape? Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Why is that? That is not the right dimensions. Oh, wait, no. Oh, it's the mesh. Those are not the dimensions I set. Why did I do that? Cool, save. There we go. And now these are updated. Just trial and error it for a bit. I need this to be like the hand down here. It needs to be rotated a little too. Nope, that's not the rotation. There we go. Okay. Close. Move it down a bit. Oh, am I making it bigger? I hope not. That's close. It's weird that this is like not at an angle, but this is at an angle. I get that's how the FOV works, but it's not off my brain. I want to try rotating it just a bit. And then lowering it, or not lowering it, but rotating it forward. Yeah. Okay. Closer. Let's put it. Nope, not like that. Oh, I have to do this and then this. It's too long, but otherwise that's fine. Let's pull it back. Oh, sure. Okay. Now, do I add the animation player here? Or do I add it to my player hand? Okay, so wait, let me just... Yep, okay. This feels less like a hand and more like I have a gun attached to my ear. There's probably a way to fix that. That feels like it made it worse. Oh, I gotta grab this. In the player hand, so you can just easily rotate it in one direction. Well, I can try that. And if it doesn't work, I'll just switch over. We're learning. We're trying something new. Okay. So we have this animation player. What do I want this to do? New animation. Okay. Autoplay on load. No, we don't want that. Okay, so we have a duration of 1 second. I want this to punch forward and then, yeah, I do want it to rotate, but. Nope, that's not correct. Hold on. I need to keyframe it, don't I? One of these is a keyframe button. Keyframe, but oh wait, is it this? Nope. What if I just do this? And then Godot will magically keyframe for me. Magically. No, that didn't work. Okay. Oh, jeez. I don't even know what onion skinning is. Insert marker. I don't even know what am I doing? Animation length. Maybe it should be 2 seconds. Oh, I can just adjust it. Cool. Edit. I'm blocking the menu. Don't worry though, there's nothing of value there. Insert at current time. Right click to add a keyframe. They need a track, so click the plus button. Oh, 3D. Oh, why are they separate? Why? Animation playback track. Okay. Okay, so now we right click to make us a keyframe. I'm gonna move myself. Give me a second. I'll be over here. Insert key. There we go. Why? Wait. Oh, okay. I click on the track to insert the key. Got it. Okay. And then I probably want that also be the 2.0. And then at the 1.0, up, rotate. So how does that look if we press play? Okay, it needs to be way faster than that. Yeah, okay, it occurs to me 2 seconds. That's dumb. That's a dumb amount of time. Okay. Is there a way to preview that? Like, oh, it needs to be punchy. So we should probably shove these keyframes really close. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Now I need to put this in the game somehow. How do I do? It's probably just like call animation player.play. I bet that's all it is. With the drop down. See this almost sharp arch to the right of the track? Oh, this? interpolation mode. Mess around with it to make it look a bit better. Like that. Oh, not that. Oh, okay. I mean, that's cool. What if cubic? I mean, I don't hate that. Oh, we can adjust the speed scale. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good to know. Active, if true, automation, animation mix. Okay. Deterministic. I don't know. I'm cool to just put this in, see what happens. We got our player hand. Do we need to make like a script for the player hand, or can we just call the animation player directly? Punch animation. Let's call this punch animation. Can we rename this? Wow, there's a lot of options on this menu. This tiny menu. Hold on. Surely there's a way to rename. I mean, if we have to call it new animation, I don't care. But this is a scar. This is a lesson learned. So from the player's perspective, I can put the script in here. We can get the player hand. And then we can, every time we left click, we'll call animate hand. We'll get our player hand, and then we'll probably should be doing a get node. Huh. But we don't want to do a get node every time we punch. That's silly. We can just... We can just do that. That's a thing, I'm sure. Oops. This is an animation player, not a message. It's 3D. Dot. Now is the time we go to the docs and we see what we can do. There it is. Play section. Play. Place the animation with key name. Custom blend times speed can be set. Oh, great. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Big if true. Let's go ahead, do our left click. For now, let's just, when you left click. Where's my left click? Do I not have a left click? It's here. Okay. Player dot animate hand. Let's see it. I don't even have a hand anymore. Why is it back here? Oh, it's because I saved this that reset the position. That's silly. All right, we got to do this whole thing all over again. Let's just put that there. I just want to see the, okay, not there. I just want to see the animation. So I'll be a little sloppy. We'll fix it. We'll fix it in post. I didn't save. Hello? Where's my hand? Okay. Okay. Though you should see it. Where's the hand, game? Where's my hand? Why do I not see it? I definitely saw it before this animation player. If we turn active off. No, it didn't do anything. I don't understand. Oh, can I detach my camera? And then use this so that I can do that. I have a hand, it's there. Oh, it's at an angle too. It's at the right angle. It's just not where it needs to be. Could it be that my camera gets rotated like instantly? Like on like this is the view in the editor, but as soon as the game happens. Okay. I don't see a hand. Why is it there? Why is it in me? I'm clearly giving it a position. Is the animation overriding it? It shouldn't. It shouldn't override it. Should it? Okay, what is happening? Oh, I can't do anything anymore. Let me just adjust the camera. Nope. Let me do that. Okay. Oh, it's okay. So left clicking is not doing anything. Okay. Okay. So the animation is working. That part's working. It would be great if we could like, get to witness the animation working. Oh, we could see the shadow of it. We have a hand. We don't get to see it, but we have it. Okay. What can we do to fix that? Why is that happening to begin with? That doesn't make any sense. Do we need to attach it to the camera 3D like this instead? No. Can't do that. Okay, let's try just setting that position. Oh, I should look at the position in the editor. Why is it not where? Why is that not? Oh, because that's whatever. This is just an experiment, so we can be stupid. It's okay. Why is that not? Okay, where is the? Oh no. All right, I would like to see where the hand is. I think it's behind me. I think that's the problem. Oh, it's inside me. Okay. All right, where is it? Where is this stupid thing? Yeah, it's transform is 0.0. Why is that being overwritten? You know what would have fixed this? You know what would have fixed this? Oh shoot, I can't. I need to make this the scene root. Okay, let me go back here. Now, we can, well, that is fine. Where it is, it's fine. Now we can adjust the position of the player hand, and it will get properly acknowledged. All right, great. Yeah, okay. I guess that the animation is resetting the position of the mesh. That makes sense. So I need to have an object above it just to keep the position. I think I still got my stupid code. Yeah, get that stupid code out of here. We don't need that anymore. We've solved the problem. Okay, now we solved one problem, but our original problem was making this look not dumb, and we have not solved that problem. Okay. How's that look? I'm okay with it just floating out in midair, honestly. I'm okay with that. That's not the end of the world. Yeah, that's actually fine. Okay, that passes. That's not, I can tweak that, but that passes. Okay, but I need a attachment point for, oh, what am I gonna put? I need to put either an item or a block in the hand. So, first of all, I need to take credit for this. I need to say that in yay. So I need to go back to the player hand and probably add something to this. Maybe a node 3D and put it like up here, and then call that like the item point. And then when we switch to an item, we create a sprite 3D and we put it there. Can we make a sprite 3D of a sub viewport? Give me a second. Can you make a sprite 3D out of a sub viewport, Godot? Okay. Yes, you can't. Okay. Select the sub viewport as its texture. Okay. Oh, that's right. Sub viewports have there's a viewport texture object. Yeah. Yeah. So that kind of works. I mean, no, it doesn't work. It's going to look super ugly, but let's do it. Node 3D. Your purpose is to be a point. So let's put you up here. Yeah, there you are. Maybe we can put you a little higher. Hand point. Your purpose is to have a sprite attached to you. And then we need to remove that. Ideally, we do that with the script here, and we just make functions available to like attach sprite. And then this thing tracks what's childed to this. And then when we add a new thing, it automatically clears out the old thing. Let's see. How are we handling item selection currently? I think that's all done in the God handler. I mean, the input handler. We've got a selector and a selector texture. What is the selector texture? Oh, no, that's not what I'm thinking of. No, this might be done in the inventory component. We have a tool slot and a tool selection. Okay, yeah. So we just need to add like, maybe we add like a hand handler. Did I just say that? No, we're not making a hand handler. That's stupid. Maybe it's amazing, actually. We have the player. They're our parent. So we can take our parent and we already have the player hand anim. Oh, we can just do this here. We don't need to make a new. We can just make a attach sprite to hand and then track which sprite is attached to the hand to get rid of that every time we call this function. Yeah, let's do that. Func. Let's do that in the player script. Let's just make the player script bigger for no reason. I think if this was a game, if this was something I was going to work on more, I would not do this because I'm shoving more code into a script that already has 69 lines of code. But we got 2 days left. So we will not suffer from spaghetti. So we should spaghetti to our heart's content. Add sprite to hand, sprite 3D. Let's make a hand sprite function, variable, not function. Personally, I go by the rule to keep things organized. Have more folders than you have resources, scripts, and assets. I think that is a healthy rule, and I endorse it. And I feel like Godot should help you out with that too, to be honest. I should be able to just right-click a button and it'll just be like, oh, let me create 40 folders for you. I know you're going to want to put your resources somewhere and your scenes somewhere and your blah, 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 whatever. But like, I think that's a good idea. I have been curious about, I'm sure this is an add-on that already exists. I have been curious about creating extensions for the Godot editor to make it a little more to my taste. I should start exploring that soon. It's really easy to make a new plugin. and like make a menu, and then it just like I think you write them in Godot in GDScript too, so it's not even that much of a departure from what I'm already doing. We need to take the okay, first if sprite sprite.qfree. We're getting rid of it. Then sprite equals sprite param. And then we need to get the hand point. Equals all of this, except it's not an animation player. It is a hand point. And I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it is. And we just add child to it. This is not the thing. How did we get here? Identifier sprite not declared in the current scope. Hand sprite. Love how it's open source. You can just do that. Godot is best. It's getting to the point where I'm like, people writing Unity, I want to start saying like, is that worth picking up Unity at this point? Godot's sick. I need to, I never actually call this function. I wrote this function, but I'm never actually calling it. So func clear sprite from hand. Okay. Inventory component. At this point, we just call that function. We need to get a sprite 3D, and only items have that. Otherwise, we need to create a sprite 3D, which items... okay, so this is an item slot, and an item slot contains an item. If item, yeah. If there's an item, then we probably need a function in the item to get the item. That's probably in the item data. So we can just get item data, which will return either a block data or an item data. So block data would have that value in the nowhere. Oh no. Okay, but the item data definitely has a sprite in there. Texture, there it is. Okay. So what we can do is we go back to our inventory component and we can say if item.item data var sprite 3D equals 3D.new. Oh, what do you mean item not declared? Oh, right. I think that will work too. Then we get the parent dot, what was the name of that function I just wrote? Add sprite to hand. sprite. Okay, so whenever we pick up a tool, it should just go in our hand. Now, it's going to be a while because tools, I actually don't think I have tools in the game. At this moment, there are no tools, so I need to re-add them. This is the wrong one. Why did I name this inventory and quick inventory? I hate myself for doing that. Let's get the create torch. What do I need? 3 stone. Okay, let's just dig down. Where's my hand? Oh, it's in the walls. All right, that's fine. I only have 2 stone. Oh, there it is. 3 stone. Okay. Now we have a torch. Oh, I'm dumb. I create a sprite and then I immediately threw it in the hand. I don't actually put the sprite.texture equals item data. Nope. Item data texture. Of course, key component you're making your sprite, actually shove the graphics into your sprite. Weird trick. All right, let's make a torch. Okay, and then I need to, oh, okay, well, this is bad. This is not a good example. It technically works. It technically works. The problem is that the torch sprite is animated. Oh no, okay. You know what I could do is I could grab the sprite direct. Oh, that's what I should be doing anyway. I shouldn't be grabbing it from here. I should be grabbing it from the tool slot has a HUD. And if I grab the item slot contains, there's a dictionary here that turns item slot into an imvrect, and the imvrect contains either the subviewport or a sprite. Okay, so let's, instead of using this texture, HUD handler dot, oh boy, I always get this wrong. Inv menu is 50/50. No, it's probably the other one. Yeah, it's the other one. Inv HUD dot inv boxes dot get, and then this is the item slot that we want. Var invrect equals that ir dot. So we have an anim sprite. If ir dot anim sprite. Let's see what's in here. What do we have? We have an anim sprite, which might be nothing. Or we have the subview. ir.anim sprite equals ir.anim sprite dot duplicate. That should work just on its own. right? Or it'll crash and burn. Because we're calling queue free once we free this up. And I don't know. No. Invalid access to property key InvHUD on a base object of type node HUD handler. Is it not called InvHUD? Oh, it's called InvBar. Damn it. Ugh. Come on. Okay. Give me the torch. Trying to assign value of type animate sprite 2D to a variable type animate sprite 3D. Crap. Oh no. Why did I think this would work? Godot turn animated sprite 2D into animated sprite 3D. Surely there's a way. Save your sprite frame. I don't want to do that, but I guess it's fine. We can spaghetti our way to that. I have to create a new sprite frames. Okay. No, I don't have to create a new sprite frames. I can just copy it. There we go. And then we simply do that. And it's fine. Everything's fine. This is actually better. This is what I wanted to do the whole time. I need to pull my fist back. Invalid type function add takes not an argument of the expected. Okay, what does this expect? I fixed it. What do you mean? Value of type animate sprite using can design. Why are these different? Hold on. I have to pull my hand back. Pull it in a little too. It's now sticking out of my ear. Torch. No. No. You were supposed to work. Oh, it is there. It is there. It's there. It's there. It's just very small and hidden by my hand. Okay, I was afraid of that. I think I can help with that though by rotating the hand point and moving it out more. Yeah, because it's very close. And then rotating it in a direction. I don't know which direction to rotate it. I'm guessing to the left, but let me just double check. Oh, good old fast lighting. All right, we pull out our torch. I want to rotate it. Can I just do this live? I might be able to just do this live. Not that way. Oh, it looks so ugly. It's also not animated. It's an animated sprite. Why is it not animated? You have one job, Animated Sprite 3D. But you know what? That's the position I want. Do I have to like set the filter mode to nearest? Because it's blurry, and I think setting filter mode to nearest fixes that. Let me bring this back over here. Save. Let's do that in the inventory component. Okay. Sprite dot filter equals nearest. Sure. Okay. Oh yeah, no, that's great. Why isn't it animated? Do I have to do play? Like sprite.play? Probably. That's probably it. The torch is the only animated sprite. So I hope this doesn't like... Where's the torch? Why did wait, why? Oh no. Oh, okay, I know why that's happening. It's animated. Why didn't it show up the first time though? That's weird. I know why it's not going away, because we're not clearing it. Else elif this oh no. Okay. Else we actually don't need this item data at all. We're done with that. But we do need the item. So if the rect has the animated sprite, we grab that. Else we actually want viewport texture equals ir dot sub view dot texture. How do I get the viewport texture from the sub viewport? Viewport dot get texture. Hey, okay. There we go. Sprite dot texture. Oh, this is an animated sprite. Oh, why is this so hard? Oh no. No, this function is expecting an animated sprite. Oh. Why? Why is this so painful? We can't cast this because it could be animated or it could be not. It's just our life. Go back here. Okay. Else sprite equals sprite 3d.new. Sprite.texture equals VT. Okay. Parent dot remove. What was it? What was the name of it? Clear sprite from hand. All right, cool. We did it. We should see, if we put anything in our hand, we should see it. Okay, that's actually better than I thought it would be, but I thought it would be atrocious. So, I'm actually can we make that like, can we just make this a universal, please? Like, whatever it is, make the texture filter nearest. We're pixel artists. Please don't blur us our art. Sure. You know what? Sure. This is okay. This is pixel art that's been skinned onto a 3D object, and then the 3D object has been turned back into pixel art. Oh, it looks so hollow. I don't know if there's a way we can give it body back. Let me try. Let me go. Pick some mushrooms. Why are there no mushrooms? Oh no. These aren't being added as an anim sprite. What are the, how, okay. How are they getting added to the invrect? Please explain. Okay, yeah, that's a bug. When an item is deleted, it should also clear the hand. Yeah. All right. What do I want to resolve first? Let's get the mushroom in hand. No, I think it's easy to do this. Yeah, that was easy. All right, now over here. Is there another sprite that we're adding? How does the mushroom get into the bar? Okay, so adding an item to the inventory, there's a function I have called add item to inventory. Yeah, here it is. When we get an item, if there's already an item, whatever, I have this to do here, don't worry about it. If there's an empty slot, put the item in there, then go to the HUD handler and call this attach item to box. If there's no item param, just give up. Else, create a new invrect. At some point, we get the texture. If this is a block, it's not a block. If there's an anim sprite, we use that. Okay. Oh, else we just grab the texture and we're saying, oh, the inventory rect is a texture rect and it has a texture already. That's right. Ah, we found a cheat. Or we found easy mode. Okay. Can we make an assumption? If there's no animated sprite, and this is not a thing, then we could just make a sprite 3D. If animated sprite and this is not block. Okay. else sprite 3D sprite.texture equals ir.texture, and we're done. Okay. I can't move. Is that a fluke, or did we break the game? Okay, it was just a fluke. Okay, that's scary. Okay, first of all, when I gain an item, I should check the, I should probably make this a separate function. And then call this function every time an item is created, just to make sure. Because we only update the hand if the tool slot changes. But if the tool slot doesn't change, then whatever. We'll never update our hand. Okay. I need mushrooms. Got a mushroom. All right. I mean, that works. Is it great? No, but it works. Once we figure out, I mean, this, no, there's more to it. We gotta give this depth. I don't know if that's really something I have time for. I don't think it is. But we need to update our hand every time we fill or empty our hand. And I think we're doing that when we empty our hand, but let me just verify that. Yes, okay. Okay, all right. So we need to make this a separate function completely. Update hand. Why is there delete item function here? All right, let's just verify we haven't broken anything. Okay, we just need to call update hand. What is the signal that we're emitting when we add items? Add up to inventory. Oh, maybe we just call update hand here. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to spend some time seeing if there's a way to give this Sprite 3D a little bit of depth. But I'm not going to spend that much time on it because this game jam is almost over. So I'm going to focus the rest of my time on adjusting this, and then I'm going to add a menu. Oh, that looks better. Oh, I like how it's blocking a third of your screen. Maybe I should do a thing where I set the scale. Clear sprite from hand should set the scale to 1. Okay, and then let's go back here, and if we are doing a block, let's go ahead and grab the player, parent, dot player, dot whatever, set the scale to please not so big. Did that do anything? Let me see this. Nope. Yes, actually, it is in here. Player hand, mesh instance. We have a hand point. Did the hand point get scaled? Did not. Oh, it's getting reset. It's getting reset by the frickin'... All right, I can fix. Let's just take that out. Var scale update equals false. Okay, then we go to the function and we say introducing a new Boolean. If half scale player hand dot point scale equals vector 3. I have this on the clipboard and I didn't use it because I hate convenience. And it doesn't even work because I typoed. There we go. Try again, but this time it'll work because it will. Better. Way better. Ooh, that's 1000% better. Okay, let's try getting a mushroom. Okay, we can turn mushrooms into that. Oh, that still looks good. I mean, you know, it works. We're not trying to oversell our art skill. All right, can I get a campfire? Because I want to try roasting these and seeing if the behavior behaves as the behavior should behave. Okay, make a torch, make a campfire. That doesn't look half bad in the hand either. Yeah. Yeah. All right, whatever. I need to adjust the color of cooked mushrooms. Yeah, but that's good. That's good. If we can give this a little bit of depth, I think we're good. I'm just gonna do give sprite 3D depth. Stack multiple flat layers. No, none of this is sprite stacking. I could try that. Sprite mesh. Let me look at this Reddit post. Generate voxel data, mesh it, and render it in 3D. All right, well, that's not helpful. I mean, I'm perfectly happy with just create 2 sprites and then offset the second one by 0.01 and see how that looks. Let's try that one time. And if it doesn't work, I'm going to move on to making a menu and then calling it a stream. And if it does work, you know what? Then I'm going to change this to a yay. Right, we need to take the sprite, and then we need to duplicate it. No, we should do that on this function. Okay. Extra hand sprite equals sprite param dot duplicate. Do I need to duplicate it, or could I just reuse the sprite param and then just not have this at all, and it's fine? Dot position. Does that work? I don't think that works. I think that's going to break. We do need to duplicate this. And then we do need the if extra hand sprite. Yes. Okay. Let's try picking an item up and seeing what we get. Looks the same. Did we do it? No, we did not. Okay. Oh, found the problem. We typoed. I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect that. What if we do negative? What if I just have only this? There's probably like a mathematically correct. Why does it look like that? Is there a way for me to colorize the extra hand sprite to be like way extra? Yeah, there is. Let's try that. Let's try experimenting a little bit harder. Okay, I didn't realize it was in front. Whoops. Can I, I just need to adjust the child position. How do I do that? Move to back. Okay. Or maybe move to front. Oh, I need to do it back here. Something like that. That's not depth. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I need to give it a little bit of the old Y. Are you on crunch day? Yeah. Oh, why is this so deep? It's on bedrock. Jeez. What is this RN? What in the name of RNG? I found a hole in the world. What am I doing? Oh, right. I'm looking at the... that looks worse. That looks worse. This is not working. Hold on. I want to get a mushroom. That's what I want. All right, we have mushroom. I mean, if I adjusted a little more, that might work. That looks wrong. That just looks wrong. But let me try adjusting it a little more. 0.08. That's the wrong way. No, I want it to go down. Which way is it down? Can this be right? Why is this? Oh, I can't swing unless I am actually trying to swing. That looks really wrong. Let me get a mushroom to see if it looks equally cursed. No mushrooms are great. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, I can. It looks cursed. Yeah, this is not working. I don't know how to add depth, but I'm gonna give up. I would like to just. That's not the key I meant to hit. Edit this out. We'll just move on. I've got add a menu, and then I don't know. There's still I need to add effects to the campfire, but I don't have anything drawn, so I don't even know like. I'm just going to create little red pixels and then just have the campfire periodically spray them. Oh. Yeah. Mushroom. There we go. That was lucky. Oh, I can make a torch just to confirm that that still works. Yeah, that still works. I don't like how my hand goes in the world, but and on some level that I can't fix. I mean, maybe I can by like drawing it, increasing its Z index, Y index, whatever that's called. Actually, that might be worth doing. Let me just real quick do that. Visibility, no. Transform. Sorting, no, that's... What if I set this to 9999? No, that didn't work. All right. I'm not sure. Godot make mesh. Always drawn on top. No depth test flag and its material property. I don't have a material. Standard material. Let's try that. I would like the render priority of this thing to be... Nope, that didn't work. What if I set it to 99999 though? Maxed out at 127, that's fine. No depth test. There it is. Oh. That worked. I mean, there's still a little weird shadow going on, but you know what? I'm not mad. I would like to extend that to this, but I can't because this doesn't have a material, because it's a hand point. That's fine. That's fine. Good enough. Let's make a menu. We're just going to make a menu. It's just going to have a button that says start game. And we're going to make that button start the game. I need to make an options menu. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to steal the options menu from a previous game. That's it. Save myself a lot of time. I could steal the main menu from another game. I could do that. Oh, I need to create a script. What did I do? No, attach script. What did I do? We don't need any of that. We just, when we press this button, game UI database Minecraft. Press this button. I don't want to steal someone else's Minecraft. Get node root game dot start game. Okay, and then we go to menu. We need to set up the game to not run until we press. That's almost a word. They have a copy of the Nintendo Switch Edition for comparison shots. Good point. I do need to drink. We need to make a function called start game. Calling this function starts the game. I think we can do all of this. Anyway, oh, input handler active equals true. Oh, that's perfect. For something called Minecraft Dungeons. Are we talking about the source code for Minecraft? I'm sure that code is going to look angelic compared to what I've got. I have no illusions. If input handler is not active, what does that do? Just a quick. Did I do myself a solid? Wow, we actually start in the state not menu? Is that true? Or menu? I think we do by default. The website that shows the UI of games. There's a website that shows game UIs. Oh, game UI. Okay, you're talking about UIs. Gotcha. Okay, here's the thing though. If I don't have active, the temperature thing still goes. So I need this to respect do not respect active. So we'll just go to the temperature jammer. This could be the thing where we just say here, temperature self dot process mode equals disabled. No, we should actually say like paused equals true. You review it when cloning something. JTBFS. Is pause the name of the function? Get tree.paused equals true. Oh, we can just set that for the whole game, can't we? Wait, that's easy mode. Wait, hold on. Can I just do that? Get tree dot paused equals true. I mean false. Okay, well, I need to actually set active to false. Do I have a ready function? I don't, but I can go in here. We do that, it should turn off physics. That is correct. It did do that. Do buttons rely on physics? Why? Alright, well, so much for easy mode. Just kidding. We go back to our temperature handler and we go, yo. Physics process equals disabled. This seems fancy. This seems fancy. I wonder, in the future, should I just have process mode when paused on my menus? And then just, whatever, I don't have time to think about this. We need to, when the player, when we hit active, we also want to turn on the player's temperature control because, well, it's just the right thing to do. This is not the input handler. Dot temperature component dot process mode equals process mode inherit. Okay. Now our temperature's off. And if we hit start, we get temperature. Yes. So we can pause the game. Okay, we want to make this a little better because this is currently just literally just a button. So I'm going to add a, what do I usually add? A texture rect? No, it's a gradient texture. Rect, it's a texture rect. Create texture rect, it's the size of the screen. Oh, up here. This is what I want. Yeah, there we go. And the texture is a gradient because I have no imagination. Okay, we can just probably call this start button, and that doesn't break anything because magic. Oh no. UI is visible. No, get out of here. We'll start that hidden, and then when we press start, we'll make it not be hidden. Yes. I'm gonna make sure pressing E does not do anything. Yeah, because my input handler is disabled. Okay. We need the button to make the menu disappear. When we call start game, that means we need to turn on the UI. Bottom HUD dot visible equals true. And when we register it, let's make it false. Does that work? Why can't I click anything? Oh no. Is this in the way? Why can't I click the button? What? Unclickable button? Okay. Why does hiding the bottom HUD do that? Oh, it doesn't. Okay, well, why was it working before? What? Did renaming this really break it? Oh, it might have. Let's grab that. Hmm. Do I need to sell this to like stop? Do not let the mouse. No, it already said that. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Why does it not work anymore? What is going... Okay, there's a way to tell what I'm clicking on. Let me get the debugger. One of these will tell me what I'm clicking on. MISC? It might be the MISC, yeah, that seems right. What am I clicking on? I'm clicking on the VBox container. Okay, yeah, so the UI is intercepting. And I don't want it to do that. Can we make this go away? There's probably another HUD that I am needing to click. What is temp hunger container? Why do I name things like, oh, temperature hunger container? Okay. The inv menu should be invisible. I shouldn't need to make that. What am I clicking on? Let's see it. How am I clicking on the margin container? It's invisible. What is this? Oh, did I make the wrong thing invisible? What is this margin container? Incredible. Okay. So this thing has a parent, and I need to make the parent invisible. Great. Spaghetti, spaghetti. Dot get parent. Dot visible, and then down here. Dot get parent. Dot visible. Still here, by the way. I've just been silent. I also kind of hate doing Godot UI. All good. There we go. Okay, we can click the button. Now, why didn't that be? It's probably because I just commented out. Yeah, that's why. It's like, why didn't it make the menu disappear? Look at that. Why does it take 2 seconds for the menu for the HUD to pop up? I actually don't hate that. That's actually kind of cool. It's probably because of this await tree. Oh. Do I like that? I could have the HUD fade in. Stop thinking and just do it. Var tween equals create tween. I don't remember how to do tweens. I have to look it up every time. Let me just try and do tween property. Blurb. HUD handler bottom HUD.get parent. It would help if I spelled property right. Okay, expected 4 properties. What are they? Okay, I passed in the object. I need to pass in the node path to the property. Okay. Modulate. The final value should be color dot white. No, I don't know how to do that. And then it should be over 2 seconds because that's accidentally what I did. Let's make this true, but before we do that, let's also make it modulate invisible. Okay. I don't hate that. That's not bad. I'm sticking with it. Okay, we have a menu. It sucks. Don't get me wrong. This sucks. I'm not gonna spend more time. I'm gonna add an options button. Let me just I can add that. I can spend time to add that. But beyond that, I'm just gonna copy the rest from Agent Smooth. And then we got 1 day left. It's the last. We're in the home stretch of the game jam. That much time left to add the rest of the game. And I'm just going to blitz it. And I'm not going to get as much done as I'd like. I'm going to spend at most an hour looking to see if there is a way to make that happen. And then submit this. And then I need to make sure it works. Because the other 2 times that I've submitted to Itch, the game did not run out of the box. When I first submitted Agent Smooth, the last level did not get into the game, or it got in the game. The floor did not get in the game, which is a really weird bug. I don't know how that happened. I had to debug that. No floor, kind of important. Let me add the options menu. Button, options menu button. We're not adding the menu. We're going to copy that from another game. Options. Yeah. So I need to name this game. But I'm happy with what I've produced. Not that it's a good game. Not that I'm satisfied. I'm almost at the stage where I'm like, I don't even want to submit this. I'm going to submit it, but I don't want to. But I did succeed at my goals. Almost. So I'm happy. Post-shipping regret. He has already grown up so fast. Dang. Oh, that warms my heart. I will drink to that. Yeah. All right. Well, in a few days, I'm looking forward to playing everyone else's game. I expect there are going to be some people that are in the same boat as me that did not optimize in exactly the same manner that I did not. I look forward to seeing how folks adapted to that limitation / hope that they adapted to that limitation. I am looking forward to seeing the people who know programming better than me so that I can maybe learn a little. And I don't know, maybe their games will be fun. You know, that too. Yeah. I don't know if I want to do the next game jam. I think I want to take a break from game jams for a while. But this was a learning experience for sure. Learning about array mesh. 100% worth it. Prepare yourself for the horrors of the voxel. It's not dactyl nightmares, it's voxel nightmares. I am not prepared. I am not prepared. But I will leave it there. I will take a deep breath and accept. And I did also implement falling off the world. So, there's a game here. I hope it's okay. There is one thing that I'm like not too sure about that I'll show off. I tried implementing hold shift to not fall off the world. And the way that I did it was if you're holding shift and you're not standing over a floor, your velocity is set to 0. I don't think that's how Minecraft does it. And I don't think that's a good way to do it because I kept getting stuck on the edge. And like there's weird corner cases where like I could still slip off the world if I really tried. Which, you know, the consequences of falling off the world or whatever. So I'm not losing sleep over that. But it was just not a pleasant experience. So what I did instead, write yourself a post-mortem. When your future self reads it, your old ideas and problems flood back. I've been doing that. I've got a post-mortem in Obsidian. It's not useful. I think these videos that I'm making are a lot more useful for future me to watch back. I did watch my first game jam in January, and I think the secret sauce I had for that one was I went into it with a strong vision of what I want my game to look like. Because I was like, man, this Reaping the Dungeon game, this would be so cool if it was not 20 years old and had better, more modern sensibilities going on. So I went into the jam with that in mind, and that was kind of a good guiding star. The second jam and this jam, I was just like, I just want to learn. I'm just here to learn, you know, and that's a noble goal. That is not a lodestar for design. So like, what should I add to my game? Whatever makes me learn the most. That does not help me at all. So I have no inspiration. I think the next game jam I'm going to do, I'm going to try only doing it if I have a game in mind that I want to make and not do it with the goal of I want to learn. I think a lot more fun that way. But for this here, since sticking to the edge of the world didn't really work, what I did was I made it so that when you hold shift and you right click on the top of a block, it actually snaps it to the horizontal plane. Did it? No, it didn't. What? Well, that's a bug. It shouldn't have done that. It should have done this. And that's fine, but I actually don't know how to teach the player that that's how that works. Like, hold shift and then right click on the top of a block. And then do that a couple of times. And I hope the player figures out how that function works because I don't know how to say it in words. I was coming up with like, this locks your normal, this locks your horizontal vector, this locks your, it's just, I'm interested to see when other people play this, which I don't know if anyone else is going to stream my game, them playing my game. I know Hyper will because she does every game. I'm interested to see how one learns this mechanic and how intuitive it is, and that'll be fun. Can I make this jump? Whoa, I can make that jump. That's sick. Okay. Did you enjoy this one? This is my least favorite one. This is my least favorite one by far, but that's partly because I learned that I've been doing it wrong and I know how to do it right now, but I can't do it because I don't have the time, and that sucks. And I'm probably not going to be making a 3D game that takes advantage of what I've learned. I think the surface tool would have saved Agent Smooth a lot of frames. I don't want to go back. That game is written in a way that it's easy for me to go back. The code in that one was pretty good. I could go back to that. I did have the thought of adding more levels to it, but I just haven't done that. But I could go back to that. I could change out the way that I'm rendering the entire game to use the surface tool, generate an array mesh out of the entire level data, and then that's just one array mesh. It should be mega performant. I should be able to put 6,000 miles of level into my game, and the game will just be like, yeah, I can render this no problem, easy. You don't even need a graphic GPU to render. Like, whatever. This is Wolfenstein tier. I can do that. That might be fun. That might be fun. I lost my train. I don't know. I need to do more testing. Anyway, I stop here. This is a success. Thanks for watching. I hope your game jam is going well. Hope your game dev is going well. Hope you're playing lots of fun games. Hope you're learning lots of algorithms, lots of cool little neat tricks that the game engine you're using or writing has. Hope the weather's treating you well too. Is there anything in the game worth making into a tool for asset stores that you found to be a good solution that saves lots of time, or was it hard to manage? There's nothing in here that I would salvage. There's very little that I think is salvageable from this design. I think part of this is copied from past games, and I don't know if that actually saved me time, because like I'm using this component system, and that, I mean, I guess it's fine. It didn't hurt me, but it's not helping me either. Like I could have just shoved this all into the player and made a god player object and whatnot. I learned about putting these variables into the resource object instead of putting them into a script. This is helpful. I would take this back to my my dungeon crawler, because like this is 1,000 editing the sprite of items through this interface. So much easier than just doing what I was doing, which is a lot of copy and pasting, a lot of dragging. Like I want to make this look different. Boom. It looks different now. Easy. So easy. There are probably things on the asset store that I should consider to speed up the development of my next game. But nothing of that is here. Nothing. This isn't very complicated though, so like, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, that is it for me. Play fun games, do fun game dev, have a lot of success. Bye all. Oh, let me move myself back. Okay. Bye all.